for sending this out. This is official. Stay positive, kids. Rico Rock's coming at you live. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Both worlds. Hello, everyone. It's Rico Rocks. So today, for today's topic, I want to cover a topic which just happened to me recently. So, people who watch and search for content, through audio, whatever, podcast, YouTube videos, etc., that means they're conscious that there is something going on in which they don't have natural ability, or they do have natural ability and just want to even just hone in on it, right? So it's knowledge seekers, if you will. Which led me to how I became a practitioner of such habits. So I have studied human nature a bit, psychology, placebos, the masses, a few topics, perception, of course, communication, body language, so many things that the internet is really good for, and also that comes with some couple side effects, which is people are gonna have to learn the hard way. People have to learn the hard way, or the way people just have to learn through experience. Is really so. Experience is the hard way, and I mean hard as in there's more effort than nothing. Like it's just a curiosity, more effort than a curiosity. So, because curiosity and a little bit more than curiosity, but I digress on that. So I do pretty well with it. I've coped. I do my part. I play when I do what I can. I'm doing my thing, or whatever. But it's like a good old experience. So I had my really close friend, who is like a really good friend of mine, and he has a girlfriend who's been with him for a long time, and I wasn't like involved in their life like that, so it's like I didn't really know her that well. And it's been a while since I got to know him, since I've been around him too. So we just not too long ago, we got back in contact with each other and we started hanging out again. And it was great times, man. We vibed really well. The dynamic was really well. It was a very interesting dynamic, very positive. All of us had some amazing aspects to ourselves. But I held, definitely due to my habits of studying and doing that, I do well in public, right? But this specific scenario I wasn't predicting. Like I deal with women here and there, and stuff like that. But certain dynamics you don't really just get it until you faced it. Well, I'm not gonna they're in an open relationship, and I'm on my purpose and doing my own thing. So it's like there's never been an issue, and like the idea of just playing around with it came upon, but it was like whatever, right? Because I'm not worried about it. All right, so like last night she came on to me pretty good, and I was tempted. It was tempted, and I want to say that thanks to all my studying and like all the just practice that I do have prior to that, like it helped. It made a really horrible situation a little less horrible, because man, oh man, was I tempted? Was I really tempted? And there was so many signs, and everyone was just seemingly like, because it was happening in front of everyone. It's like her slowly seducing me throughout or the attempt of seduction, and but since she did it in such a slick way, like I'm talking, and whether it was conscious or unconscious, it was systematic. It was so systematic. It was like bait has been planted. It's been like she's been working both sides of the field and like showing me exactly the respect I've been requiring, showing like him the submissiveness he's been requiring, like, and then just completely like to a point where it's like she got me pretty close. Like, it took me a while to open up to her, and then she finally got me, and she was like very understanding, seemingly. So I didn't know, like I opened up because she was such a great listener, and it was all it was all fucking bullshit because she used what I told her as fuel to defend why she had plausible deniability. So basically, what she was gonna do last night was seduce me, have us whatever, have us fuck, and then the next day claim she didn't remember and say he's a crazy guy. Look at, and then all these points that she would like be bragging about me, like sitting there like, oh, you're so smart, and you're so this, you're so that, you're so unorthodox, you're so because that's she obviously read that's what I like my like style, and she stroked it, and now that usually doesn't work because I don't let them get that close emotion due to my don't let them like just have the solemn standards and not just so I have standards, right? So it's like no girl gets that close unless it's like a high quality ass woman, and it's her being that close because I don't have a bunch of female friends. It's not like I just sit there. I'm not like, hey, I don't have men. Like I'm a busy man. So but her role got in her circle because of my homie, and she completely like, and it was so close. It was a really weird situation last night, and that's just the point of all this is like it is important to watch and learn and hear and read whatever you do about some certain major things out there, like, and it will save the day because otherwise people are just walking around getting seduced and meduced and medulla oblongata, medulla oblongata is rather. So for example, we went to a club, and me and her usually dance because we're more dancer types, and my homie always lays back. So that's the usual thing, but we do it for my seduction purposes. Like people see how well I get my social proof from her, how well we hang around, dance, good vibes, and then they all come flocking. Well, last night in particular, when we started doing our little dance that we hit the floor and mesmerized with, she was like trying to hold my hand and like do all this extra stuff, but me having standards and not just giving that, like, unless it's like I really really want it or I feel like she's worth it or whatever the case. The fact of the matter is I was like instantly so upset. And even then, like right there, so that's the lesson, because now it's prime. Like now I got a hard reality check there, right? See if I can go back right there, so I'd be like, dog, get your girl, or sir, your girl is out of control, or like just straight up tell her you're being a whore right now and stop it, please, because you're my homie's girl. So, but for some reason it was like lack of experience. It was a few variables, each of our faults in one little way, but man, was it fucking cold. And it just was like getting progressive throughout the night. And like I was calling signs out about it, but I was like physically nothing happened, so I was tripping. But I was like, and then I actually did like make note of it to my homie. I was like, bro, like she's making advances, but it was like taken lightheartedly for some reason. And like that is something to look at too. Like it's one thing about if it's gonna be a girl, have her be like fucking homie hopper, thought pop, whatever. Those are beautiful, man. You say no to ratchet pussy, Rico can't, right? But at the same time, Rico can too. Well, who knows? But for your girl, the level for your girl, like if you have a girlfriend or if a mate, like I think it's monogamy is not my opinion of the ideal setup, but for the people who want to, just for the sake and you want to have to deal with it and all the little factors that come with it, which are that's a whole nother topic. Yeah, like what was it? I just lost my train of thought for a second because I was sitting there thinking about the fucking all the shit that comes with it. I was like, oh man, there's so much fucking bullshit that comes with that. Oh yeah, but so if she's your like the person with like there has to be a level of respect, even if it's an open relationship. There's a difference between open and disrespectful, and it's not even that fine of a line, but it is a fine line, folks. So with that being said, none like any real like no more shit until like I will be kind still. Hey, if they choose to work it out, which I advise, but if they do, and like for he really wants to, and that is not like she got me off guard. She's like, don't you ever come near me like with that, at least, right? Because damn, it almost broke every like multiple inner circle people up because she was using saying that like she just really like at the end of it she turned out like it just ever like we had to drag it out of her that she was just personal issues in the relationship, her finding me attractive, her being like a bunch of things, and her being like just well horny, and all that combined fucking leaded to some really fucking like deceiving unnecessary bullshit. So it was not fun. And a weaker man, oh it was I got very close, folks, so close. It was yes. All right, I gotta go though. So here at Michael's, crazy nigga.